Got this. If I get the cross, prepare for this day. One time. Breathe.
You never know when your time is going to come. To rise above the rest. To seize the opportunity. To be crowned a champion. Is it time for your story to be told? The World Poker Tour.
Welcome to Bellagio in Las Vegas for continuing coverage of the Five Diamond World Poker Classic. I'm Lynn Gilmartin and this is the WPT. This final table is filled with talented pros fighting for big time money. And joining me with expert play-by-play of tonight's action are Vince Van Patten and Tony Dunst.
Well, Lynn, I'm impressed by the Vegas kid, 21-year-old Sean Perry. He's still a chip leader, extending it. He has a loose game. He has a great demeanor at the table. So he is one to watch right now. He's got his family, his father, his grandmother, whole family in the front row rooting him on. And then Mike Delvecchio in second chip position. He is tough. He's a WPT champion.
Meanwhile, Alex Foxen kind of doing what I expected here today, has gradually moved up our leaderboard, now right in the middle of the pack in a great position to take down his first major title.
Thanks, guys. Tonight's winner will not only take home the over $1.9 million first place prize, he'll also get the stylish Hublot Big Bang Steel watch, a $5,000 JetSmarter membership, and of course, his name forever etched onto the WPT Champions Cup. Cards are back in play, so let's get down to the felt.
Thanks, Lynn. Tony, let's get down to it. Sean Perry, the Vegas kid, out in front with $9.2 million in chips. Richard Kirsch, he's a short stack with about 400.
Richard hanging on with 8 big blinds. We are playing 25K, 50K. Alex Foxen, first act.
Fold by him. Mike Delvecchio also going out. And there's Sean Perry with an uneventful 10-8.
Sean has been very aggressive during this final table.
Race.
He will raise it to 100,000. Ryan Tosick.
Been very patient early on in this final table, picking his spots. He's in a good seat with Sean raising every hand in front of him. Now over to Richard Kirsch, our short stack, with a 9-3 offsuit, is going to pay 50,000 more to go to a flop. You definitely want to see a lot of flops when you're really, really short and getting a great price, but I don't know if 9-3 offsuit is really the hand we want to do it with.
Flop 8-8 ace, so Sean flops 3 of a kind. Richard unfortunately catches nothing, or fortunately. And there's a bet, and Richard can escape with only losing a little amount. Sean Perry once again winning another hand.
Sean has done an excellent job of leveraging his chip lead at this final table tonight against the medium stacks. Richard being so short puts them in an awkward position of not wanting to be eliminated before him or even risk playing a big pot against Sean.
Here's Mike Delvecchio with ace-jack, has raised to 115. Got a bunch of folds. AJ going out, and now Richard Kirsch is going to shove it all in.
Good luck, Rich.
With a king-queen.
Richard down to his last 6 blinds, finds a premium in king-queen, and goes with it.
295.
Alex Foxen makes the call in the big blind with Jack-9 suited, and Mike just going to call. He and Alex are both medium stacks who very much want to see Richard get eliminated here, so you see that Mike does not re-raise and isolate.
And the flop is an ace, queen 4, so aces for Delvecchio. And Richard has a little piece of that with a queen.
He's in bad shape. Check, check on the flop.
And another queen. Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh, yes.
Richard has caught a 3 of a kind.
Not looking to disguise it either.
Check, check. Can Richard's hand hold up? Yes, it does. 10 of diamonds on the river. Richard's going to triple up. Let's see if there's any side betting. Nope.
Is there hope? I knew it. We got to see it.
And Sean is celebrating Richard's win. He knows that means he gets to pick on these guys a little bit longer.
I knew when you go like, you have it for sure, man. Why do you gotta slow roll them like that?
Salty talk at the table. Richard Kirsch, though, is a businessman, a semi-pro player out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I'm taking back my birthday run game now.
What? You already gave it to me.
I gave it to you for one hand.
Oh, all right.
Not for more than one hand.
Thank you for lending it out.
Sean Perry here, first to act with Queen 8 offsuit.
He won't do it.
Yeah, surprised. He folded that one. Now over to AJ Chabra on the cutoff with Ace 10 suited.
He's going to make it 110 to go.
Richard's on the button with about 18 blinds here. I'd love to see him just rip it in pre-flop and try and take it down. I do think that AJ would call, but I think he's a little shallow to be calling here. But he does want to go to a flop. Mike will make this call from the big blind with 10 deuce of clubs, and we will have a three-way flop.
Well, the flop is a 9-7-4, so Richard out in front with nines.
Pretty ideal flop.
All in.
And he's going to go all in.
Man, you know how to freaking tumble for being a short stack. That is for sure.
Look at that. Getting complimented by the Las Vegas kid. Sort of.
It was a fun trip to Four Bigs. I enjoyed it. What? It was a fun trip down to Four Bigs. I liked, you know, yeah, I enjoyed it for a minute.
You got like 6.
I think I had 6. Yeah, I see, no biggie. Right? 6 is comfortable.
Little rush here for Richard Kirsch. He was out here 10 years ago on the World Poker Tour at the Mirage. Finished 4th in that event. Brian Tosick going out. AJ also going out. 10s for Richard Kirsch. He's on a roll right now, and he's made it 150.
How much do you have now?
Oh, my goodness. Mike,
A million or a little over, I guess.
with queens behind him.
Richard may have run out of time. He's only got a little above 20 blinds. It's going to be very hard to get away from pocket 10s. Mike has pumped it up to 500K.
Sean Perry, I don't know, buying some TV time. That's about it.
All in.
Richard goes over the top.
Call.
Yeah, nothing that Rich can do here. Got to go with the 10s there, especially when you're the short stack. Mike makes the easy call with his queens and is in good shape to eliminate Richard in 6th place. 8-8-6 on the flop.
No help for Richard. Mike Levecchio with a big opportunity to knock out Kirsch.
Richard could make a straight if there was a 9 and a 7.
And there is Richard's wife standing, rooting, but no, an ace on the turn. Richard down to a 2-outer. Big long shot to stick around. Let's see if he can pull off the miracle. No, it's a king of clubs.
Nice.
We are going to lose Richard Kirsch in 6th place. Had to wait 10 years between his WPT final tables. Hopefully the next one comes up a little sooner than that, and he's got $271,000 to hold him off the tip.
You misclicked that hand too. I meant to make it 420.
After the triple up, I was excited again. I was comfortable, but I still didn't have a ton of chips. So when I pick up a hand like 10s, I really have to go with it, I think. I mean, obviously, I was hoping for a lot better, but it was a great time to get here, and we'll take the money and move on.
So the first player to exit the 5 diamond is Richard Kirsch. We'll be right back with more from Bellagio.
I started getting into fitness about 2 years ago. I'm a firm believer that you have to really do what you find fun, and just lifting as heavy weights as I possibly can is what I always found really fun. And I'm training for a powerlifting competition. It's 3 lifts that you do for your 1 rep max. I have a certain goal. I want to hit 1,000 pounds total. You know, and then the next competition I'll want to hit 1,100, and then the next one I'll want to hit 1,200. It's sort of like poker. You just like set a goal for yourself, and then when you exceed it, you just go to the next goal, and you go to the next goal, and you just keep like elevating yourself. And that's what I sort of like drives me to get better.
Wow, that is very impressive. I get a hernia just looking at that.
You even lift, bro?
Not with bare feet, I don't. But he is impressive. We have 5 players battling for the championship, and we have Sean Perry, the Las Vegas kid, out in front with $9.3 million in chips.
Yeah, he's trying to run away with this thing. Mike Del Vecchio, the power lifter, right behind at $5.7 million, and we are playing 30,000, 60,000 with a 10K ante.
AJ Chabra quickly folding his hand. Alex Fox, and tough young professional. Ace 5 makes it 140 to go.
Over to Sean Perry in the small blind with 8-9 offsuit. He has been very aggressive thus far, and he's going to continue that here. He 3-bets to 525,000.
Ryan Tosick next up with a nothing hand, folds back on Alex.
Alex, in some ways, is the wrong guy to pick on. He likes fighting back. He's really aggressive. He's got enough chips that he can make some moves now. I'm curious what he wants to do with ace-5 suited. Ace-5 suited is a hand where if you run the, computer simulations, it often ends up being your big bluffing hand pre-flop. So I'm wondering if Alex is going to use it in that way.
1.2.
Yeah, Alex is going to go for it. He's making it 1.2 million, coming right back at Sean.
Wow, Sean Perry. Oh, he's getting scolded there with his little 9-8. Has to lay it down, and there the Fox crew. The buddies of Alex Foxen.
That's my favorite card. 5 deuce, baby. I think she'll be bluffing.
I want a Fox hat.
I had a pretty hand, too.
Alex got in this tournament through a $1,000 satellite. He is on the gravy train here tonight. He worked as a financial planner for 3 months after graduating college.
Might be the longest that anybody at this table has had a real job.
What are our blinds again?
Everybody in their 20s started playing poker young.
Sean Perry, Vegas kid, looking very thoughtful for once. Queen 10. He'll move it up to 120 to go.
Ryan Tosick going to make this call in the small blind with Jack-9 of diamonds. AJ Chabra coming along in the big blind with 5-4 of diamonds. So everybody with a little something here as we go to the flop.
Flop is an ace-7 deuce. Nothing for nothing.
Yeah, not much for anybody here. So if Sean continues the aggression, he might be able to take this down without a fight.
Got the button. He's got the continuation. He's got the guts.
He does have a gut shot here. And I think if there was a diamond on the flop, we could be confident that he would continue. But without it, he lets it go.
Yeah, he's got the pot. And there's his dad. Seasoned professional. Plays a lot of cash games. And what's more impressive is the grandmother played in the 70s, and she was a top player back then. They're a famous poker family.
Geez, Sean was probably playing in the womb.
It's just amazing experience. The fights, the bad beats going on in that house. Fold by Mike Del Vecchio.
Thank you, man.
Well, Sean has been in just about every pot lately. So you want to play 5-4 offsuit? No, he's going to let one go.
Ryan Tosick, a tough player. Happy to play tight here tonight.
AJ here with King 7 in the small will complete for 30,000 more. Alex has Ace Jack in the big blind and will make it 200,000. AJ will not take a flop there, so Alex will drag it down without a confrontation.
How many bullets you guys in for in this?
1. You saw me when I made my only registration.
What, really? 1. You?
1.
1. Yeah, in for 1K, actually.
You won a Saudi, too?
You're the big winner. I guess I'm in for 11K then, or 11.4.
So you're going to have the biggest return by a mile.
Maybe.
Sean in for 3 bullets. Everyone else around this table in for 1, or in Foxen's case, a $1,000 satellite. AJ raising up at King Jack of diamonds into the big blind of Sean. He's going to make this call.
Two-way action, and the flop is at Ace Jack 4, so Jack's there.
Yeah, nice flop. Pair of jacks with some backdoor draws. Goes check, check, bringing the 7 of hearts on the turn. Sean picked up a gut shot here, but elected not to bluff, so check, check again. And with a 4 on the river, there is now a little pair out there. Sean will check one more time, and now AJ will have to bet. $180. And of course, Sean can't call a bet on this river. He'll usually fold, but somebody like Sean may also choose to try and represent a 4 and check raise here, and yet you see him reaching. Sean has never come up with an aggressive idea that he didn't take action on, and he's making it $775,000. So now back to AJ, who has to ponder, does my opponent have a 4, or is he just addicted to bluffing?
And this is a bold move. Very creative by Sean Perry. With absolutely nothing, he has come over the top with the check raise. The problem is AJ doesn't have that many chips to play with here, and the clock is ticking down to 6 seconds. What will he do? It'll be a nice, solid call, and he's going to take more time.
And one problem for Sean here is his image. At this point in the final table, everyone knows he's battling for every pot. I think that if he had a tight image, this would work really often. With his current image, you see AJ considering this call. And making this call. Very nice.
Sean turns it over like he had it.
Always turn it over like you had it.
Oh.
It's never worked for me in 15 years, but if you catch me bluffing, I'm going to table the hand like I got the nuts.
That doesn't help much. Is Sean disappointed with himself? AJ, take it down that pot very nicely.
It's been so much fun. I've never had a deep run like this before. I went to college at USC. I got my electrical engineering degree. There's definitely some correlation between being an engineer and being a poker player. There's a lot of math in poker. You know, I wanted to be an engineer, and then on the side, I always loved playing poker. It was a hobby for me. And then over time, I just got better and better. Winning a WPT title would be, I can't even describe how amazing it would be. And then the money on top would be amazing, too.
Well, he is in the hunt. 5 players remain here on the World Poker Tour at Bellagio. Big money at stake. Who will take it down? All right, the action's starting back up here at Bellagio, so let's get back down to it.
All right, there is a look at our payouts. Nearly $2 million to our eventual winner. 5 players left, so worst case, you're going home with $350,000.
Huge money at stake here at Bellagio in that sleepy little town called Las Vegas, Nevada. And the blinds at 30-60.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go to the felt. AJ Chabra. First to play. Tough young professional player. He's going to quickly fold.
Alex Fox in here, a pair of jacks. Final table has gone very well for Alex thus far. He came in as our short stack with under $1 million in chips. Currently hanging around $4 million. And he has stayed one step ahead of chip leader Sean Perry.
He made it 140, and he can't get action with the jack. So Alex picking up another pot.
I am joined by the newly minted WPT Deep Stacks Player of the Year, Rex Klingscales. Congratulations. Now, Rex, you put up some pretty impressive numbers, including becoming the first 2-time WPT Deep Stacks champ. That's amazing. What do you attribute to your success?
Just continuing to improve on poker, a lot of hard work, and a lot of volume.
You do play a lot of WPT Deep Stacks events. What is it about them that you enjoy?
I have a lot of friends that travel and play the WPT Deep Stacks. My girlfriend gets to go with me to a lot of them. So it's just a lot of fun, great structure, great events, well ran.
Congratulations. Thanks for sharing your new hardware with us.
Awesome.
And if you would like to join Rex on the felt, head to WPT.com for a complete tournament schedule.
Well, I've played a few of those WPT Deep Stacks this season, and it is absolutely a great series. It's a lower price point, but a very similar structure to our main event, and you're still playing for big 6-figure kind of money.
Yeah, they're great tournaments when you win.
When you win. Ain't that the truth?
Back to the felt we go. Sean Perry now with a decent hand.
120.
Ace 10 of spades, and he will make it 120 to go.
It's an unusually strong hand for Sean to be raising with. Meanwhile, AJ in the big blind has got the 7 deuce of clubs, and he's going to take a flop.
All right, AJ with just a 7 deuce. Going to splash around, and let's see what happens. Jack 9, 8, 2 of them clubs.
What a flop for both players.
I believe I'm the best player at the table because the type of play I enforce with my aggressive style when I have chips is very, very powerful. Regardless of skill level, I'm just in the best situation, I think, to win this event.
Certainly not lacking in confidence, Sean Perry with the open-ended straight draw here.
220.
Finally putting in the bet of 220. Continuation. And AJ Getting involved with the 7 deuce, but now it's looking strong. Got the 4 flush and a straight draw.
You can see he has so many outs, he's actually the favorite in this hand at 54%.
But just gonna call it going to the turn. Can he catch his club and hurt the chip leader? No, he pairs the board.
That is not AJ's card, but it is one he can represent a little more plausibly than Sean. Typically, Sean's going to check behind when he has bottom pair, although I would say of everyone at this table, he is the most likely to just bet the flop when he has a weak pair. He's going to double barrel here, though, with his draw for $500,000. AJ thinking about this one.
Doesn't slow down, and now AJ would like to draw to this flush and the straight.
He's going to go to the river. It's just a matter of how, and the action clock ticks away in the corner there. He may need a time bank chip.
He is going to take more time.
Wow, he's going to check raise to $1.45 million. Leaves him about 900K behind, good for 15 blinds. So he's essentially committed. Well, I can't imagine that Sean...
All in.
What the? Whoa. Sean is going to rip it in here. Wow. I mean, you see AJ cringe, but he has to call it off. And, oh, my goodness, what is this hand? I mean, AJ's all in with all these outs, and somehow Sean's actually ahead in a spot he should never be ahead.
This is amazing. Let's do this again.
How lucky is Sean to get his money in ahead?
Value betting.
And that's what Ryan is celebrating. He thinks this is so funny.
Ryan loving this. People are confused, the audience.
Look at their faces. The dog is so confused. What is happening?
AJ wants to hit that card. Can he hit the club or 10? Let's see if he does it. And doubles up.
It's an 8. The ace-10 is going to hold up. And Sean scores the elimination of AJ in a crazy hand.
AJ Chopper out in 5th place to take home $350,000, Tony. He's over to talk to Matt Savage.
What were you thinking on that last hand?
Yeah, Sean was playing really aggressively, really loose, so I just decided to play back at him. I had a hand that, I thought I could look strong there. I made a move, and he made a great call, and I guess that was about it.
I told you, man, these guys are going to get the chips in there. I did not expect that to happen, though.
You like that play, Bella? You like that play?
Are we seeing brilliant play or goofy gambles? Up next, the raw truth in the raw deal with the one and only poker brat, Phil Hellmuth. Welcome back to Bellagio and the 5-Diamond World Poker Classic. We have a break in the action, so it's the perfect time to find out what the poker brat, Phil Hellmuth, thinks of tonight's play in the raw deal.
AJ Chabra just lost his tournament life trying to get tricky and aggressive, holding the worst hand in poker, the 7 deuce.
These guys are going to get the chips in there. I did not expect that to happen, though.
I don't want to beat a man when he is down, but this is a World Poker Tour final table, and this is my job. Well, I like the race before the flop with ace-10.
120.
It really is okay to fold the worst hand in poker. And don't tell me you called because it was suited. Just fold the 7 deuce. Not only is AJ taking unnecessary risk, he is also now stuck in a hand with Sean, who is sticky and able to play any 2 cards, leaving AJ guessing as to where he stands in the hand. Easy bet on the flop for Sean with ace high.
220.
And an open-ended straight draw. An easy call for AJ on what is now a straight and a flush draw. On the turn, Sean makes a good aggressive bet. AJ has to call with his big draw. But why put your whole tournament at risk? Raise, why? Sean could have a huge hand here, and he could even have a full house, meaning you're drawing dead. I'd rather see AJ flat call the turn. Miss on the river in this case, and just fold. He would have lost, but he still would have had a fighting chance to come back with his chip stack. Instead, he busted in 5th place and left with his tail between his legs.
I just decided to play back at him. I guess that was about it.
Leaving me to simply say, bad play, son.
I guess I'll.
Well, Helmuth giving out some free lessons that gotta hurt.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of that. You gotta call pre-flop, and I really liked that bluff on the turn.
Well, Tony, we're down to 4 players, and let's just analyze it. Sean Perry, a lot of chips. He's the most aggressive player at the table. You think he's just going to keep pushing it?
I think he's absolutely going to keep pushing it. That has been his MO since we got started here tonight, and it is really working out for him so far. He is lapping the field right now.
Yeah. The Vegas kid, he's got the family here, everything going for him. Only 21 years old, very exciting. Let's go down to the felt.
Takes a lot of balls to jam there.
How much time do we have?
I don't think I had that jam in me.
You don't think you had that jam in you?
I don't think I'm capable of it.
That was so good for TV.
Man, I think I'm a pretty exciting player to watch on TV.
If I must say so myself.
Yeah, come back next week.
Vecchio with a king-jack of spades will raise this one up to 135. Sean with a 9-7.
It's like, am I really gonna fold a hand? Oh, I don't wanna. Fine.
His hand shakes when he has to fold. And he goes out. Ryan Tosick with the big ace-queen, though, just calling.
Ryan with one of those hands you can play as either a 3-bet or a call here. Opts to call.
And the flop is a 6-4-3.
Not much for anyone here. Mike slows down and checks. Ryan will check behind. King on the turn will catch up for Mike. Now has top pair.
Mike, he's bet.
Does Ryan want to get to this river? Yeah, he'll call once.
And the river card not going to help Ryan.
Yeah, Mike feeling confident about his top pair. Going for some more value here.
485. Ryan.
It's the river. It's the river.
It's like you rivered me. And he's got a sense of humor, too.
You think I rivered you?
Has anyone had a bigger score than 500K other than you?
I haven't.
What did you get per second last year?
1.1 or something? 1.124.
I think it's bigger this year, but just like only by a fraction, yeah.
It's nice to reminisce about your wins.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Being at the final table, big money ahead of you, and just reminiscing about the other wins of your life. These are the good times.
Ryan opening this pot to 160 with ace-jack. Mike will make this call with 5s in the small blind. Now with Sean in the big blind holding pocket 9s. Well, we know Sean likes to play for more, and he's reaching for raising chips.
625.
And gets 2 folds, so the continued aggression of Sean Perry pays off yet again.
Sean Perry taking that one down.
Okay. You have about a little under 4. 4, 3, 3.8, 3.9, and 6.
I think that Sean is calling out his opponent's stack just to remind them he has more.
Yeah, a little under 6, I think.
So what do you guys got? 3 million, 4 million? Just 10 from me. No big deal.
Always smart to know how much the other players have.
This is true.
Sean obviously tutored by his poker-playing father and grandmother. That's a lot of schooling there. And now he's got a 9-8 with the button. He'll move it up to 120 to go. Tosick has got to lay that one down. And now Alex with a king-7 of diamonds will make this call. So 9-8 versus king-7.
Then we get a heads-up flop of ace-king-3, 2 spades and a heart. In many situations, Alex wouldn't love his hand with second pair, but against Sean, he loves this spot. You see him check call.
Alex calls.
We are going to the turn. It's a jack. Alex Foxen, he's going to check.
You see, Sean is drawing dead in this hand. He has no outs. But Sean doesn't have any showdown value here. He's going to keep barreling.
Yeah, the bet's 325.
And one problem with having his image is if you try and bluff every spot, eventually your opponents are going to catch on and start calling you down later. So you see Alex very confidently call on the flop and turn here with second pair. Now we get to a river that brings a 4 straight. And Sean is almost certainly going to bluff here. And he bluffs full pot, 1.3 million. And Alex, who was determined to call down his opponent, now has to reconsider because 4 to a straight on the board makes it much less likely that your second pair is good.
Clock is ticking away.
Alex is like, man, if there's one guy on this table who would try and bluff me here, it's Sean Perry. And I know he's not just betting ace rag for value for full pot, so he either has a queen or a bluff. And this guy loves to bluff. So maybe I'll put a stop to that.
Maybe, or you just slink away into the night.
No, he says, I'm going to put a stop to that.
Beautifully done, Alex, turning it up. Pleasantly surprised.
Oof, look at Sean's face.
Nice hand on.
And that's the first significant pot against the chip leader, and it is done by Alex Foxen as the Fox team loves this. 4 players going after a huge title here at Bellagio, and we're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Players cashing out here in this tournament. What an event we're having here at Bellagio. And so many people enjoying themselves at the Dr. Pepper Bar here tonight. And right now, Sean Perry, the Las Vegas kid, out in front with 9.4 million in chips with 4 players remaining.
Yeah, he's got to compete against 3 tough professionals looking to make a dent in his big stack. So far, Sean Perry has had their number.
Ryan Tosick down with a pair of deuces is going to raise it. Next to act is Alex. He's got ace-6, and look at this re-raise.
Yeah, Alex started this final table as our short stack, but he is now second in chips. Alex starting to open up his game, and he will take this one down pre-flop with a little 3-bet bluff, holding ace-6 offsuit.
They're actually going pretty quick, no?
Yeah, it has been. I mean, it's going to go fast.
No, never shove us
he
on
didn't
deuce.
shove,
He called.
He called. Yeah, you're right. Even quicker.
As we move through this, ace-3, Alex is going to raise to 140. Sean Perry, the Las Vegas kid, with ace-jack of hearts.
Well, if I know Sean Perry, he's about to 3-bet. Going up to 600,000.
Nice raise. Ryan has to go out.
He's like 9 to start the hand.
That's weird. Sean never passes up an opportunity to talk.
No. But the thing is, you don't have to tell your opponent how much you got as long as you can see it. The big chips out in front.
I'll get them back. Don't worry, guys. Just give me a little time. Get the chips back.
Not in the parking lot, you know?
They're like, it's cool. We'll get them in the parking lot.
Yeah, go find Foxen in the parking lot.
Yeah.
See how that works out for you.
Yeah. Just go muscle him a little. Just be like, yo, hey, I am young, so.
Yeah, there's lots of lessons to be learned when you're young.
Yeah,
Even start with Foxen.
Someone's got to do it. So I could teach you a lesson on the fell. You'll teach me one off the fell.
Okay.
We'll call it even. I'll take a beating for $2 million.
Deal.
It's worth it.
Bunch of 20-something-year-olds talking about, hey, well, when you get to our age, then you'll really be wise.
Ryan Tosick this time gonna just call with his king-9, and Alex has a chance to do something creative, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna raise with the Doyle Brunson hand.
Ryan limp re-raises him to this very weird small amount. But it's going to work.
It's a little painful, right? When you're getting like 8-1.
Very painful.
That's why I made it so hard.
I feel like you want it to be painful, though.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody laugh as much at the table as Ryan.
I don't know if I could fold 7 deuce to that size.
Well, it wasn't too far off.
You know what Ryan said? He says, if I win this tournament, I'm going to buy some shoes. And he wants to spoil his newborn niece. Isn't that nice?
That is very nice. Of all the things you could blow your money on. And he's going to make a call here with pocket 2s. Alex about to shoot back at Sean and Ryan here. He pumps it up to $535,000 with queens, and I can't say for sure, Vince, but Sean strikes me as the kind of guy who gets into some ego wars on the table, and Alex has really been one step ahead of him so far. It would not surprise me if Sean puts a lot of money in with a silly hand like, I don't know, 10-7 offsuit.
Don't say it ain't so. No, he is going to do exactly that.
Yeah, sorry to spoil it. Ryan goes out, and Vince, you know what Alex is going to do. It's really just a question of how much will he posture before he goes all in. Is it a little posturing? Is it a lot of posturing? Is it let the action clock tick down, use one time bank chip, and then shove it in your eye? I don't know. Time bank chip coming into play here.
All in.
And now he'll shove it in your eye.
Yep. And all of a sudden, Sean says, I was just kidding around. I'm out.
Alex came to play, Vince. Well, I told you there was a reason he was my sleeper pick despite the short stack coming into this final table. And Alex Foxen tonight showing us that he belongs here at major final tables on the World Poker Tour.
Well, he's in second chip position right now. He's climbing up. He's good. Stay tuned. We're coming back with more action from the World Poker Tour at Bellagio in just a moment.
Take over, baby. Come on, Alex, my brother.
Bellagio Poker Room is one of the most prestigious places to play poker anywhere in the world.
Bellagio was the original, classiest, one of the best hotels ever built, not just in Vegas, but on the face of the earth. And, you know, fast forward many, many years later, it's still such an elegant and beautiful establishment, one that everybody enjoys to be at.
We are back here at Bellagio for the 5-Diamond World Poker Classic, Season 16. Tony Dunst, very exciting. 4 players remain.
Yeah, Vince, this really has been an exciting final table. I mean, these chips are flying. These guys are raising, re-raising, 4-betting, 5-betting, bluffing on the river, calling down each other's bluffs. What doesn't this final table have?
They're all in the 20s, down to 4 players. Winner's going to take home close to $2 million. Let's go back down to the table.
Now, as you can see, our leaderboard is evened out. Sean Curry's still out in front, but Alex Foxen hot on his tail.
You woke up with it, huh? No? I would have showed a 5 again if I had it, I promise.
Ryan, first to act, quickly folds. Alex with a queen 9. We'll raise this to 150.
Approximately how much do you have? It's like a little under 7 now.
And now Sean with his ace 5 says, how much you got?
His favorite question.
Relentless. The 2 chip leaders said he is going to re-raise $600,000 total.
Your raise button is stuck, Sean.
Just trying to get them all back real quick.
Ryan thinks this is all so funny.
Oh, Alex has to lay that down. Too much pressure by the 21-year-old. Breaks in the pot.
Sean, his pedal to the floor right now, 3-betting almost every hand that he enters, trying to force the action a little bit. We'll see how that works out for him.
I'm breaking.
All right, we move on. Alex Foxen now with a 10-7. And he won't play that junk. Del Vecchio with a queen jack will raise to 150.
Sean with 10-8 suited. He's in the small blind, so is it a call or is it a 3-bet? Looks like a 3-bet to me. Going up to $600,000.
He doesn't change his game. Ryan gets out of the way.
Mike has a pretty good hand here. He's got position. They're fairly deep, and he knows his opponent is 3-betting a lot of nonsense hands. So
A little over.
Let's see what happens. The flop is a ace-6 deuce. Helps neither player.
It helps neither player, but it's a pretty good flop for Sean to continue bluffing on. Just hard for his opponent to connect. If he doesn't have an ace or a pair.
He's bet 450.
Stuck folding.
It's just a thing of beauty. You have 10 high.
Have you ever seen someone at a WPT final table 3-bet this much?
It's been rare, but that's the sign of a great player. Makes something happen out of nothing and takes away your hands.
Man, I guess I just need to stop playing pots with you, right? I'll hold back.
That's fine. I'll let you get off easy as long as you stop 3-betting me.
I didn't 3-bet you, man. I 4-bet you.
Or raising, so.
I haven't 3-bet you yet.
I should be less specific. No, you've 3-bet me a few times.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you just re-raised me, I was going to come over the top and jam on you.
That was a mistake on my part, though.
Yeah.
Mike with the same hand in back-to-back spots.
Mike's raised with the queen-jack, and now Sean with an ace-6 of diamonds.
Sean has 3-bet 3 hands in a row. Will he go for 4?
Yeah, he's going to make it 300.
This one is going to backfire.
Oh, Ryan with the real hand. Oh, yeah. But the pair of tens, he's going to bump it up to 1.2.
Ryan started this hand with about $3 million, so he's essentially committing himself with this 4-bet to 1.2 million, and Sean cannot continue.
Ryan Kosick with a little punishment there on his own, taking that pot down.
That's all we have time for from Bellagio, but join us next time when we will crown the champion of the Season 16 5-Diamond World Poker Classic. Thanks for joining us here on the WPT.